Hi everybody, Tashi here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back to everybody new. Hello and welcome. So yes, we're back for the second day in a row downstairs. Yes, we are. And I have Oscar here and he is going to have a drink and wet bottle feeding. So I have his little I have a bib. I'm going to use a bib for him since it's a drink and wet feeding. And I'd like to try to keep him in these little Burt's Bees PJs that I put on him yesterday. I really love him in these. I probably should have taken them off in case they did get wet, but all right. We're going to see if the bib works. So yeah, we got a ton more work done yesterday. To those of you that have been with my channel and know what's going on here. And to those of you new, this is Oscar. Oscar is a full-bodied silicone baby. And he is the Dwayne Awake #2 by Claire Taylor Dolls. So we have a very special bottle today, which was a gift. Here it is. I'm really excited to use this bottle. I'm going to get started with him because I'm not sure if I'm going to have to adjust this nipple or not for him. So I'm going to get started feeding him, and then I'm going to chat with you all about where this bottle came from and like kind of, and why it's so special. So let me just get a little bit of lubricant on for those of you new. This is just KY jelly, or the generic brand lubricant that I use for bottles and passies for my silicones so that it doesn't damage the paint in his mouth or silicone or anything like that. All right, so there we go. I knew this would be a good fit. Now I gotta see if he takes it, good enough, or if I need to modify the nipple a little bit, because sometimes you have to add extra holes. And the reason why I'm starting out not is because this bottle actually came from another collector. So a friend of mine in the UK, she made, she's not on YouTube, but I'm gonna put her Instagram information down below. She's at Angelic Dolls and Bears. I'm sure a lot of you follow her, but if you don't, there'll be a link down below. So Angela made an Instagram video with her Ethan by Claire Taylor, and she was using this bottle that I won't be able to see the whole thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, where'd you get that bottle? I just love this bottle because for the drink and wet feeding, I love it because it has the white on the bottom and on the top. It has no like pictures on it. It just has like the measurement thing. So there's like no pictures. It's a clear bottle and it has the white on the bottom and the white on the top. So for the drink and wet feedings where you can only use water, I was like, how like cool is that like it kind of distracts you from the fact that it's just water in the bottle, or at least that's how I like saw it as. Like it just kind of gives the illusion of milk. It makes you kind of think milk. And the bottle is by Ma'am. So we looked for it and she found one similar. I think it was by Boots in the UK, but they didn't ship to the US, and it wasn't it wasn't the same bottle, and it didn't have the white on the bottom. And so she was searching for the bottle. I was searching for the bottle. And she originally said, well, I'll just give you mine. And I'm like, no, I'm not taking your bottle. And, we were both looking and no luck, because I think this is an older bottle. Like, they're not making it anymore, this particular design. So, once they stop making them like that, it's not so easy to find necessarily. So finally she had messaged me a few days ago, and she's like, well, I never liked that bottle much anyway. So I still have your address. I'm just sending it to you, which was like so sweet. Angela, thank you so much. Like, I know you love this bottle. And just, it was so sweet of you to give up this bottle, for Oscar and for me, because I loved it so much. It was just such a kind gesture. So she shipped it all the way from the UK. The bottle came very quickly. I think, what did it take? Like 3 or 4 days? 4 days maybe? Not long, especially being the holiday season. So anyway, the reason why I didn't automatically go to modify the nipple, like just snip a little extra, like make the hole bigger in the nipple, because usually I do have to for the drinking wets. But she was feeding her baby on there, and so I figured, oh, maybe it would, work for Oscar, and that I didn't have to, modify it at all. I think his mouth, though, let's see. Yeah, I don't think that's moving much. Could be too, maybe that because I use the lubricant, it slides, it doesn't create enough pull. But I am going to, what did I do? Oh, I put the scissors in my pocket. Good morning, buddy.
Morning.
It is early in the morning here, and
Yes.
It's Wednesday, so my son does not have school. He's now next to me, although you can't see him, because they are in school
4 days a week.
Yeah. Oh, Angela did modify this a little bit. Yeah, I see that. It didn't even look like it was, but I'm just going to have to take a little tiny more off here. So folks that, if you're getting a drinking wet baby, or you've just gotten a drinking wet baby, because it took me a little bit to figure this out, and I just snipped a tiny tad more. You do have to usually modify the bottles, otherwise you sit there forever and nothing really, significant goes down. Because a real baby obviously is sucking on a bottle, and with the silicones, we're depending on just, the pull. Or, our motions, and also it depends on how, what sculpt it is and how tight the mouth is inside as to how much pull it gives. So anyway, just be very, very careful with your new bottles, because in modifying them, because once you snip off too much, obviously there's no going back. So you just want to do a tiny bit at a time, and just keep checking. Once you've done it a few times, you kind of know a little bit better. But I remember doing it for my first drinking wet baby, which was my Caden, and I had to do it like multiple times before I got it right to the right flow. And one, I did too much. it was one of my Tommy Tippies, and I had like a 3-pack of like colored ones from Marshalls. So like I had extra, you know, like I had another nipple to like just do it again. But if I only had one, I would have pooped out of luck. Well, at least that day I would have been. But anyway, so what do you all think? Let me know in the comments. Do you like the design of this bottle? Because it caught my eye. I thought it was just very, like, also, like, modern and classy looking. You see the real baby peeking from the side.
Not a baby.
Yeah, well, but you're still my baby forever.
A 12-year-old's a baby. I'm gonna get my hair cut today, Mom. I don't think they could still see me with my hair in my eyes.
Yeah, your hair is definitely in your eyes. He's at that age where he's got that cut where it flops over in his face, so.
It goes way too much over my face. Like, at first I liked it, but now it's a little bit overboard. I'm gonna get the bangs cut at least.
That's because I let his dad take him for the last couple haircuts, and he said, oh, I want it long on top, and I would have said, no, you need to take a little more off the top because it grows fast.
Mom, you gotta understand, I'm at that age where I don't like the hair that top short. Like, you don't even make it that short, honestly.
It doesn't have to be short.
Yeah, it's not really
okay,
short.
we discussed this already. We're not going to discuss this in the middle of my video. Go make yourself some breakfast, all right?
I'm going to go upstairs.
Go start your breakfast or whatever you're doing.
I'm going to go upstairs and just go put my PS4.
Okay. No, you're not going on the game at this time of the morning. You thought I wouldn't catch that, huh? Go have something to eat. Gabriel. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. There definitely will probably be a little bit more going on, I guess, in my videos now that I am downstairs. And to those of you that are new, I were like literally, as I speak, in the middle of tons and tons of work as we moved rooms around, and my son got the room upstairs that I was filming in, and that I had all my doll stuff plopped in and everything. And Gabe, come on, please, you're interrupting me. So as I said, but we're gonna work on that, on not interrupting me, because obviously I only am making videos that are like, you know, 20 to 30 minutes long, and I think that's not too much to ask from my older children and adults in the household to have some peace. But anyway, it's going to be an adjustment. It's going to be an adjustment. Because I always like lose my train of thought when I'm interrupted too. And I also would like my privacy and my family's privacy. Like, that's important to me. You know, especially after being on YouTube a couple years and just, I don't know, you know, I just learned a few things, and it is definitely important to me, you know, to just keep it for the hobby. And, you know, I definitely had some apprehension and anxiety about leaving that room upstairs and not having that space to film in and filming down here. And that was one of my apprehensions, was like, well, I can't just kind of go up and close the door and film when I want to. And yeah, basically, you know, that's it. And you kind of just feel out in the open, even though I'm sure everything all looks the same or very similar to all of you. It feels weird for me because I'm in a completely different space. So anyway, but we're gonna give Oscar a burp. Oh my goodness. I think I got a question. Oh, did you all see the bum flap? Well, those of you that saw it did see my video yesterday, which was my first official video down here at the change table. I changed Oscar into these PJs that have the bum flap. They're by Burt's Bees. And oh, I am loving them. I didn't get a chance to pick him up again yesterday after I changed him because my daughter and I just worked just until we dropped. I mean, literally, I laid down on the bed and my body was so sore and my brain was done and out I went. Of course, I woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning and I've been up since, but that's okay. Just so much work, but things are coming together now. And I was really excited to, be to the point where there was a clean space and a functioning area set up, for filming that I could film, and that I got past my like apprehension, and that I just did it and I made a video. And once I got going, I was totally in it, like not, like totally zoning out, talking to you all and not paying attention to anything going on around me. Of course, there wasn't anything going around me yesterday. But either way, I did. I just kind of got in my own thing. So I do think it will be nice and down here, as I think I have mentioned a few times, because there'll be some different space to film. I have the couch here. Definitely, I'm loving it much more for my back. I have a pillow behind me, and it's much more stability on my back. And when I do my lives, which I normally do in my membership. So if you're not all a member of the Pixie Squad, you're definitely going to want to check out my channel membership. There's always a link in the description down below, or you could click the blue join button next to subscribe. It's $1.99 a month. It's all inclusive. You can cancel it at any time. You must be 18 years or old to join, but come on in, support my channel, take part in the exclusive live streams and other perks for literally less than the price of a cup of coffee a month, if I didn't already say that. But what I was saying is for my live streams, and usually even upstairs, like I backed the camera up kind of way back and just sat and chilled on the bed and, hung out and chatted with everyone. In here now I can back the camera up and just kind of be on the couch with the babies and, maybe do some with the Christmas tree in the background when we get the tree up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that in there inside my membership. And, so it's all good. Day 2. And I really wanted to share, I really wanted to especially share this very special bottle, because not only do I love the bottle and it's now like my favorite bottle, but it just represents just such a kind gesture. Like that was just like the sweetest thing, Angela, and definitely spreading, lots of holiday cheer and just, doing something so kind like that, like she was looking around, and because she really wanted to find me a quote new one, to send, but, I mean, this is brand new to me, so I couldn't be happier, Angela. Thank you so much. I think it looks super cool. And, yeah, I just love the the illusion that it gives. I was looking at the blue one. I just never ordered it. Ma'am has a nice blue bottle that it does have a print like on it, and but it's blue, but it has, you know, the blue on the bottom. Ma'am makes several bottles, and they have like it where the bottom has a color, which those are nice too, because those do distract you a bit. This one to me was like the ultimate because it was white and it doesn't have a print on it. So to me, it gives like that vintage modern look, if that makes sense. Like it almost reminds me of the glass bottles in a way. I don't know. I just really love it. So, oh, we got to change Oscar. He's still plugging away at this. Whoops. Well, he let go. He unlatched. And see, look at what's cool also. Two things I noticed. One was the cap has little ounce measurements. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on. Let me show you. See if I can put my hand behind it so you can see it. Can you all see it has like a little... You won't be able to see it if I don't put my hand behind it, but even still... Well, anyway, I don't know how well that's picking it up, but it has a little ounce measurement. So I'm assuming like if you were doing powdered formula, you could just measure and pour into the, you know, bottle, which is super nice. And then it also, I think it has a really nice shaped nipple, very natural shape for your baby. And it has the texture. It has the little... You see that? The texture? So, and, you know, it has a nice... It's great for the drink and wet feedings because it's not, like, super squishy. It's not really hard. It's just kind of in between. The Ma'am bottles in general do work nice for the drink and wet. The wide mouth bottles also work very nice. But the Tommy Tippy is a wide mouth, but it's too soft. It doesn't give enough. I found the other types of wide mouth bottles to be more effective for the drink and wet. But there you go. That's the bottle. Don't ask where to get it because I couldn't even find one myself. That's why Angela sent me hers. So Angela had the magic bottle. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to put a link to Angela's Instagram. You're definitely going to want to follow her over there. She has, like, she takes, first off, she's, you know, she's very good photographer. She takes really beautiful pictures of her babies. And she has a gorgeous, gorgeous collection. She has beautiful reborns, and she has, silicones, including she has the asleep version of the Dwayne, which is you know, Oscar's cousin, and that is Bayou. And then she has Darcy, and so that's a little girl, and she is the one-of-a-kind Dwayne because she's the peaky-eyed. So she has the sleeper Dwayne's like face, like the mouth, but then she has like eyes that are like peeking open. Oh my gosh, she is such a love. Those babies are so gorgeous. And then she has two Ethans. By Claire Taylor. She has Sailor and, forgive me, I forget the twin's name, but she has twin Ethans. So you're definitely gonna want to check her out. Like, and like, you know, when somebody takes like really, really great pictures, especially on the silicone. Like, I love to see the silicone dolls, especially Claire's, because I feel like a lot of people have a hard time, uh, seeing what they look like, I guess, in person, or they just don't come across on camera quite as good. But when you see somebody that takes like really, really excellent pictures, it gives you a more accurate representation of what the mommy and the collectors are seeing in person. So, anyways, you're so snuggly. He is so snuggly in this. I have missed him so much because I've been so busy. So, of course, whenever I don't have baby time, like, I just always miss Oscar incredibly much. So I miss other babies, but Oscar is I definitely, especially like just the snuggle. And, with all the cleaning and scrubbing that's been going on, like, I couldn't even walk past and pick him up because, like, I mean, that's just the kind of heavy duty stuff we've been doing. So, yeah, I haven't even been able to, like, take a moment and pick him up and stop and breathe. So, we're going to change his diaper, and then I'll let you all go, because I'm now holding you all up again for another, now it's going to be probably 30 minutes by the time I'm done, but we can't not change him. Oh my goodness, this diaper is full. Oh my gosh, look at that. This one doesn't have the line. I don't even know what brand this is. I think it's like an older style, whatever brand it is. Oh, let's tip him up again, though. 1 second. Let's just give him one more tip, because I am going to be putting on his cloth diaper. And sometimes a little more pee-pees will dribble out when you lift them upright. Oh, that's right. Somebody was asking me in a comment. This was like a month or so ago, and I answered it, of course, but about the drinking wet, and like how you take care of it, or how do you make, like, how does it not get moldy, and or what do you do, something to that effect. And one of the tips that I was giving was just to make sure that you turn the baby, upright, and, let all the water drain out, because obviously if you just change them and left them on their back and just laid them on their back and left them, then you would have water, left in the tube. The drinking wet, the tubing, it's just a tiny thin, like, tube, like you would use for like a nebulizer or like a fish tank. That's really essentially all it is that goes, through them. So I think that as long as you're only using water, distilled water, and I do put alcohol in mine, rubbing alcohol a little bit, as you all know, or a lot of you know. Some collectors don't in every bottle. They'll just do that once in a while, like an alcohol flush. But I just put like just a little bit in each. And yeah, just make sure it's drained out. And then really, as long as it's installed properly and there's no water actually going into your doll, it's just simply going through a tube and coming out the other side. There's nothing inside your doll that's, that gets the inside of the doll wet, because it just, goes down a little tube. So that's, probably why. As long as you're, like I said, just using distilled water, because I've seen people put all kinds of crazy things in, to make YouTube videos, or just because they want to or whatever, into their, dolls drinking wet. And certainly you won't want to ruin any doll, and certainly a high-end silicone doll, I would not be putting anything else inside it, that tube, but distilled water. So, but I've never, to my knowledge, and I did a lot of kind of research and asking around and watching videos and getting, perspective from other collectors, and I've never heard of anyone having any serious problems that truly have, followed the steps and done the right thing and not put anything else through the drinking wet. So, therefore, I feel like it's worth the, shot, that there's a, very good chance and no evidence that anything's gonna go wrong. All right, everyone. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out, especially for cute little man. So don't forget to give me thumbs up, aunties and uncles and cousins. All right. And until next time, God bless.
Bye.